Hi everyone, and welcome to the class. My name is Audrey, and today we will be having a reading lesson, okay? If you have never attended my reading lessons before, then I'll let you know that the reading lessons are not only to practice our reading, but also our conversation, okay? So today's topic is a little bit a mix of history and a discussion on taxes. Okay, so it will tell you a little bit about the history of taxation in the US, and we can, of course, talk more about taxes currently. So welcome to the class, Anna. How are you? Are you there, Anna?
Hello, I'm sorry. I have a problem by the microphone.
Oh, no problem. Well, nice to see you. Where are you from?
I'm from Spain. I live in Seville.
Okay, very good, very good. I don't think we've met before, have we?
I don't understand.
I said, have we met before?
Before?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. I'm sorry.
No problem. I mean, have we met each other? Have you been in one of my classes before?
No, I don't. It's the first class with you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, wonderful. Well, it's nice to have you here. Hopefully you will enjoy our reading lesson and conversation that follows.
Okay.
Very good. And welcome, Koji.
Hi, Audrey.
Yes, nice to see you again as well. And we also have, Iliad. How are you? Your microphone might be muted. Okay, maybe try and unmute your microphone if it's muted, but I hope you can participate. So I think the class is open to everybody. Go ahead and join if you have been waiting, and we will start in just a moment with our introductions. So everyone, welcome to the class. This should be an interesting discussion because not only are we practicing our reading, but we are discussing the article throughout. Okay, and again, the topic is about taxes. So let me say that specifically about taxes, we're talking about the difference between taxing the wealthier people and maybe average or lower class people. So when you introduce yourself, could you let us know a little bit about how this works in your country? So does taxing the citizens depend on how much money you make? Okay, so that's the question. Let's go first to Adolfo. How are you? Are you with us, Adolfo? Okay, maybe not. We'll come back to you. Let us know if you get your microphone working. But we'll go to Anna. Anna, would you like to introduce yourself?
Can I speak?
Yes, sure. Would you like to tell us where you're from and tell us a little bit about the taxes where you're from?
You mean I speak a taxi in me country? I don't understand.
Right. I want you to talk a little bit about the taxes or the money that citizens are required to pay to the government.
The taxi. I don't understand. Taxes?
Okay. Yes, taxes. Maybe we'll come back to you. So let's go to someone else and maybe you can understand what the question is after we go to someone else, okay?
Okay, I don't understand the question.
Okay, yeah, I'll help you out with that. But let's go first to Everton. How are you?
Hello, Audrey. I'm doing great. Thank you.
Great, nice to see you. Tell us where you're from, Everton.
Well, actually, I'm from Brazil. I live in the middle of the state of São Paulo. And here, the taxes, well, actually, I see that we pay taxes, for example, buying products, if I understood what you mean. And, for example, the taxes come with the price of the product. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so depending on the price of the product, that's your sales tax. So that's how much
Yeah.
you pay. Okay, very
Okay.
good. And about the other type of taxes, because there's two different types of taxes here. We have sales tax that you pay with products, and also your regular taxes where you give the government a percentage of your income. Okay, so
Okay.
is that the same in Brazil?
Yeah, that's the same. But for example, once I knew that, for example, in the United States, you know how much you're paying for the taxes, which is different from here because when we buy a product in a store, at a store, for example, we just buy it, and in the middle of the price, it is fixed. Because in the United States, I'm not sure, but I've heard, for example, I've been told that you know how much you're going to pay for the taxes. I don't know if this is true.
Mm-hmm. So what you're saying is that for different products, there's different taxes?
Yeah, of course. Sometimes may have.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. So maybe in the US, we have a fixed percentage of taxes, and it depends on your state as well. But yeah, so that could be a difference. We'll go to, we have Hung. How are you?
I'm fine.
Great, nice to see you.
Me too.
Okay, would you like to tell us where you're from and maybe add a comment about the taxes there?
Yes, I'm from Vietnam. This is the second time I join class with you.
Mm-hmm. It's nice to see you again, Hung.
Yes, me too.
Okay, so tell us about the taxes in Vietnam.
In Vietnam, taxes is about 10% in among price in products.
Mm-hmm.
For
Okay.
example, one packet have price is $100 and taxes have 10%.
Right, so
Yeah.
10%. So for your sales tax, you pay $10.
Yes.
Okay?
And some in another price, for example, about when you buy something is very expensive. Maybe tax is more, is higher.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
Perhaps 12%.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very, very good. And what about your taxes on income? So if you have a salary, do you have to pay a percentage of your salary to the government?
Ah, yes. From 5 million, more from more 5 million, you have to pay 5% of 5 million.
Okay. Okay, interesting. And does it change with how much you make?
I am student, but so now I don't have to pay tax.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. So let's go next to Koji. Could you tell us where you're from and how your income taxes work?
Audrey, I'm from Brazil too, as Everton, and so you has just explored a little about these taxes. But I will talk you something about taxes that you must pay on salaries.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's a variable it's a variable values, and the highest tax you pay over salary is 27.5%. So it's a very high tax people must pay.
Yeah, and what makes it vary?
It's the system they impose here, but this is this people must pay over a specific amount when salaries are higher.
Okay, so if you have a higher salary, then you have to pay more, a higher
Yes.
percentage.
Yes.
Okay.
In the United States, what's the highest tax over salaries?
I'm not sure the exact percentage. It could be something similar to that of Brazil. I don't know the exact number. Maybe it will say, and also I'm going to mute you just because there's a lot of noise, but I'm glad that your microphone is working and we can come back to you. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the number is, but it does vary depending on your salary level, the same.
Okay.
Okay, very good. We'll go next to Kubra. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. And you?
Great, nice to see you. So tell us where you're from and tell us a little bit about the taxes there.
In Turkey?
Yes.
Okay. Taxes in 2011 year, 9,400 lira and 15%. I can't say in English.
Okay, that's fine. But you said 15%, so you have to give 15% of your salary.
23,000 lira and 9 lira and 4,404 1,410 other 20%. Blah blah.
Okay, so let me ask you, because this is what our article is about. Do the tax percentages change depending on your income level? So, for example, if you earn more money, do you pay more in taxes, a higher percent?
I don't know. It's maybe more. More.
Okay, so maybe they do pay more. You're not sure?
10 more.
Okay.
I don't understand, sorry.
That's okay. But you explained well that there's different percentages depending on what you make. Okay, so very good. Let's go next to Nadia. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Good, nice to see you again. So tell us where you're from and a little bit about the taxes there.
Okay, I'm from Morocco, and in fact here we have very high taxes, and what's not good, or what's the problem, is that normally the state have taxes to guarantee some services, public services like school, health. So if the state or the government gain high taxes from the people, they must offer good education and health services. But the problem here is that we pay high taxes, but we don't get back a good quality of public services like transportation, like school, health, etc. So that's how it is here.
Yeah, so you have high taxes, but you don't get to reap the benefits of these taxes being used in maybe these public services.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, very good. Let's go next to Adolfo. You have your mic working now? You may need to unmute yourself.
Teacher, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, my name is Adolfo. I'm from Colombia. Here we pay a lot of taxes. For example, rich people pay less taxes than poor people. That's a bad thing.
Okay, yeah, so maybe you could take the opinion that rich people who have more should be able to
pay more.
Right, to pay more for the government.
Yeah. Here in Colombia, we have a low quality of life.
Okay, yeah, so maybe if the rich people, the people who had more money, could pay more taxes, it might improve things.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, very good. So that's going to be a little bit about also what's in the article. We'll go next to Anna. Do you understand the question a little bit better now? Are you still there, Anna?
Yes, yes, I'm sorry.
No problem. Would you like to tell us where you're from and maybe answer the question about the taxes?
I don't understand the word taxes.
Okay, so taxes is the money that you pay to the government, and they can use this money to provide maybe schools, or it depends. Some governments use taxes in different ways. But taxes are the funds or the money that you pay to the government.
Oh, yes. Look, let's see. I pay 50% the taxes government for my work.
Okay, and you said 15%?
15% for my by the salary for my work once a month.
Okay, very good. Next, let's go to, we have Eliab. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, nice to see you. Where are you from?
I'm from Mexico.
Great. And would you like to tell us a little bit about the taxes there?
The taxes. The taxes. I don't know how to.
That's okay. Do you think that the taxes are very high in Mexico? Oh, he's left us. Oh no. Okay. Hopefully he can come back. And lastly, we have Enrique. Are you there?
Hello.
Hi. Nice to see you. Where are you from, Enrique?
I'm from Spain.
Okay. Very good. So tell us a little bit about the taxes in Spain.
The taxes in Spain, in this moment, I don't know. It's a few, it's 21 euros. Is taxes or taxi?
Taxes, so the money that you pay to the government.
Sorry, I don't understand very well.
Oh, no problem. So taxes are the money that you pay to the government. So some percentage of your salary that you pay to the
my
government.
salary. Is the salary in Spain is my salary is
Okay, your microphone's having a little bit of trouble. We couldn't hear that last part, but yeah, what about the taxes? What percentage of your salary do you have to pay to the government?
Sorry, but I don't understand the question.
Yeah, the taxes. Like I said, the taxes are the money, the percentage that you have to pay to the government. So you have a salary, and you have to pay some of that money to the government so that they can provide different services. Okay, does that make a little bit more sense, Enrique?
Sorry, it's a good sound.
Okay, well, we'll come back to you. If you kind of understand here in a moment, we'll come back to you, okay? So
Okay.
we'll go ahead with the article, and maybe you can have some comments for us in a moment. So let me put the article on the screen. Again, the article today is a mix of some United States history about the taxes and about the taxes currently. Okay, so we're going to start first with Adolfo. I've posted a link if you want to take a look at the link in the Verbling chat, but you can also see the article on my screen.
Only the first paragraph?
Yeah, could you just read the first paragraph for us?
Okay. Mitt Romney has proclaimed, "I pay all the taxes that are legally required, not a dollar more." While most Americans may not agree with his tax rate, 14%, you will disagree with his sentiment. Almost no one willingly pays more taxes than required.
Okay, very good. The only pronunciation mistake, Adolfo, that I wanted to point out is this word proclaimed.
Proclaim.
Right, so when you see the ED on the end of the word, you don't add an extra syllable. It's just all together. Okay? Very good. So before we discuss this section, are there any vocab questions? Are there any words that you didn't understand in this section?
I don't know the word proclaim.
Okay, yeah. What does it mean to proclaim? Anybody know in the class?
For example, when you proclaim your independence.
Right, so to proclaim is to declare or to say something. Okay, so Mitt Romney has proclaimed or declared that he pays all the taxes that are legally required and not a dollar more. Okay, so it's to declare or to say something publicly.
Teacher, excuse me, what's the meaning of willingly?
Willingly? Willingly is under your own will or something that you want to do.
Oh. Okay.
So it says almost no one willingly pays or chooses to pay more taxes than required. Okay, anybody else? Any other questions?
I don't know the word sentiment.
So
like a feeling?
Right, exactly. If you would disagree with his sentiment or his feeling.
Feeling? Yeah, thank you.
A feeling.
Joder, qué cerdo.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, so let's think about the meaning. Who is Mitt Romney? Can anybody tell us who Mitt Romney is?
The President of England.
No, he's the second president of United States.
In fact, he was running the presidency against Barack Obama in 2012.
The
Exactly.
opening of Barack Obama.
Yeah,
So
for the Republican Party.
Yes.
right. Okay, exactly. So Mitt Romney was the Republican candidate for the presidency. And the point to make here is that Mitt Romney is a very rich man. And he has proclaimed that he pays all the taxes that he's required to pay and no more. Okay? Any questions about the meaning of this paragraph before we move on?
No.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Okay, so let's go down and we'll figure out what we're talking about Mitt Romney for. So let's go next to Anna. Would you like to read the next paragraph?
Me.
May I? Okay.
Anna, are you there?
Yes, I'm sorry.
No problem. Would you like to read this next section?
Yes, I begin for yet.
Right.
Yet. One moment. One moment, please. I don't see yet. Can I speak? Can I speak? Yes, thank you. Yet there was a time when elites willing acknowledged that they should pay far higher rates than others. In fact, when the income tax was first regularly put into place in 1913, the well-off were the only one required to pay it.
Okay, very good, very good. I just wanted to point out this word right here, elites, elites.
I don't know. What do you mean, elites? Elites.
Right, I'm just pointing out the pronunciation.
Okay.
So this word right here is pronounced elites.
Elites.
Okay, perfect. So what are some questions, vocab questions here?
At the moment, I don't understand the text. I have to read very slowly to understand the same.
Yeah, so let's try and figure out what it means together. Are there any specific vocab questions that anyone has?
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead,
What's
Nadia.
the meaning of well-off?
Okay, so it says the well-off were the only ones. So who are the well-off? Does anybody know? The well-off refers to people who have enough money or plenty of money.
Okay.
Right.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so it might mean rich, but it doesn't necessarily mean very rich people, but people who are doing okay with their finances. They have enough money.
Sorry, well-off is a same of poor?
It's the opposite. So well-off is people who have enough money or plenty of money for everything that they need.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, so let's think about the whole meaning of the paragraph. It might be a little confusing. Can anybody summarize? What is this paragraph saying?
I can try, maybe.
Okay, go ahead.
I think that this paragraph is like a comparison between the society nowadays and how it used to be in 1913, when only well-off people were has to pay the taxes, and the elite even pays more than the taxes they should pay because they have much more money and you can afford more taxes. While today, like Mitt Romney, he's very, very rich and pay 14% like any other American.
Right, exactly. So we have a comparison. The first paragraph uses Mitt Romney as an example to show us how currently the elites or the well-off think about paying taxes. And this paragraph that we're looking at right now shows us maybe how it was different in 1913 when the well-off were the only ones that were paying taxes. Okay, so I hope that clears things up. What do you think about this practice, this old practice in 1913 of only the wealthy people paying taxes? Do you think that's fair?
Yes.
Okay, tell us, Hamdi, what you think.
Yeah, I think taxes is imposed essentially to make some justice between the poor and rich people, and it should be only for rich people, so they can make compromise between rich people and poor people.
Okay, yeah, so that's one opinion, that the taxes should be just for the rich who have the money to spare. Okay, anybody else? Do you agree or disagree with Hamdi's opinion? What do you think? Anybody?
I think that everybody has to pay taxes.
Sorry, you're having some problems with your microphone. Could you repeat?
So I say that everybody has to pay taxes, but not the same percentage between rich people and poor people.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
Rich can pay more because they benefit from more services than the poor people.
Okay, yeah, so that's another opinion. Maybe the rich and the poor and the in-between should all pay taxes. However, there could be a difference in the percentage that they pay. Okay, very good. Anybody else? What do you think?
I think these taxes is very older taxes because the life in this moment is more difficult for the people, and these taxes is it's heavy taxes.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Okay, so maybe you think because of today's current times that the current taxes can be a stress on the economy. Is that what you are thinking, Enrique?
Yes, I think.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. Anybody else? What do you think? Would you like to comment on those that have made other comments? Okay, let's go to the next section and we'll see if you have something. Oh, did somebody want to say?
May I, please?
Yes, go ahead, huh?
Yeah. Before that time, our government relied upon a system of tariffs for revenue, but that the national rule in population and economic progress, it required public works like more efficient transportation to raise the wealth of capital, public goods like schools to create more skilled workers, and public protection to help those who make it fail.
Okay, very good. Let's look at this word right here. In the second line, we have revenue.
Revenue. Yeah.
Okay, great. Everything else was pretty good. What are some vocab questions here?
Prowess.
Okay, so it says economic prowess. Has anybody seen this word before?
No.
No.
Okay, tell us what this one means. Did somebody say that they knew it?
No.
Maybe I heard wrong. Okay, so prowess is maybe skill or power. So as the nation grew in population and economic prowess, economic skill or power.
Uh-huh.
Okay, any other questions?
System activity.
The word grease.
Grease. Okay, so it says it required public works, like more efficient transportation, to grease the wheels.
Greece, Portugal, Spain.
Sorry, say again?
In Greece, in Portugal, in Spain, in Italy, is same.
Oh, it's the same. So what does it mean? Can you tell us? What does it mean to grease the wheels?
Grease the wheels.
¿Cómo se dice?
Anybody want to try and explain it?
Well, that would be an expression.
Right, it could be an expression. So if you're greasing the wheels of a bike, what are you doing?
We put a grease on the bearing or on the wire, on the wheel.
So you're putting grease on the wheels. What does that do?
It's make it more easier to move.
Exactly. So we need efficient transportation to grease the wheels of capital or make it move easier. Okay, so this is an expression because it's using the term or using the phrase to grease the wheels in a figurative sense. So they're not literally putting grease on wheels, but it is an expression that's used to make things move easier. Okay, very good. Any other questions? Okay, so what is the paragraph here saying? Anybody? Hung, would you like to summarize it for us?
No, I don't understand clearly this paragraph.
Okay, somebody else. Does anybody understand this paragraph well? Wants to help the class understand it? Okay, let's think about it together. So it says, before that time, the government relied upon a system of tariffs for revenue. So this is before the time of taxes. The government used tariffs to get revenue. But as the nation continued to grow, it needed something else. It needed some other way of getting money. Okay, so that's how taxes came about. Because it needed money to provide efficient transportation, public goods, schools, workers, education. All of these things require a lot of money, and this is why they came up with the system of taxes. Okay? Does everybody understand it a little bit better now, I hope?
Yes.
Okay, are there any questions? So again, this is just more of the history about why we have taxes here in America today. Okay, let's go to the next section and we'll see what happens. So we have Eliab, could you read us this next section?
Me?
Me?
Eliab?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, could you read this one? It starts with our leaders.
Yes. Our leaders, many of whom came from the wealthy elite, turned to the idea to the area of an income tax and teacher. How say that number in English?
Yeah, when you come across this date, this one is 1909.
1909, okay. Republican President Theodore Roosevelt, in favor of income and inheritance taxes, as they would promote equality of opportunity. The programs require a constitutional amendment, and by 1913.
Perfect.
Okay. Of state area, there was time to tax the income of its citizens.
Okay, good. So that last word was citizens. Citizens.
Citizens.
Okay, good. So what are some questions here? Any vocab questions?
The word inheritance.
Yeah, what is an inheritance?
Inheritance.
What does it mean when somebody gets an inheritance?
This could be the money or any wealth you can get after the death of any relatives.
Right, exactly. So if a relative dies and they leave you money, that is your inheritance.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions?
Does it come from a heritage, Audrey?
From heritage?
Yeah.
Yeah, so your heritage is where you've come from, your family, and your inheritance is the money that you get, usually that your family leaves you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so that's a good way to be able to remember it. Your inheritance comes from your heritage. Okay, any other questions? And this is further explaining why the U.S. specifically has an income tax today. Okay, so in 1909, Teddy Roosevelt argued for this income tax. And he says that it would promote equality of opportunity. What do you think about that statement? Do you think that taxes promote equality of opportunity?
Oh, I think that absolutely not, because, for example, we would have a difference between one family that is poor and another that is rich. I would say that in English.
Okay, yeah, so maybe they don't promote the equality of opportunity in your opinion. What does anybody else think? What do you think taxes do?
I think that, yes, taxes promote equality of opportunity because they just permit access to good quality services, health, education, transportation, etc. to everybody. They just have to be ruled in the right way, I mean that when there is corruption, then there is no equality of opportunity. There is just poor people paying taxes, the rich people find the way to not to pay them, etc. So as principle, it's good, but the way it's applied, here there are a lot of questions.
Okay, good. So maybe in its original intent, it helps to promote the equality of opportunity, but maybe that doesn't always happen.
Yeah, for example, without taxes, there wouldn't be, for example, electricity, access to electricity in far villages or to water, etc. But with taxes, the government can build the roads and provide electricity and water to far villages.
Right, exactly.
This is how it should be.
Anybody else want to comment on this idea of the equality of opportunity with taxes? Do you think that the taxes in your country promote this idea?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Hamdi.
Yeah, I think it must be applied to rich people, but not for all people, to make equality between the layer of community. I mean the poor people and rich people. So
Okay, yeah.
it should apply to rich people only.
Okay, and any comments to that? People who agree or disagree with that? Should taxes apply only to the rich?
I strongly disagree.
Okay, Vincenzo, tell us why you disagree.
Because everyone should contribute in the way he can to the public expenses, to the welfare. So not only rich people, poor people in the right way, in the right measure, but they should contribute as well.
Okay, yeah. What do you think, Hamdi?
Yeah, I think we must exempt the poor people, but the other people we can apply the taxes depend on their income. Should be gradually applied to their income, depend on how much they are getting per year or per month, whatever. But it must be not fair to apply the same rate for all people.
Okay, yeah. And what do you think, Vincenzo?
Yeah, well, yeah, personally, I agree, because I mean, we should have let's say, a first line of exemption, but above that line, there should be a progressive level of taxation.
Right. Okay, yeah. So it depends on your income level, how much you're taxed, and the percentage that you're taxed.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
Okay, very good. Any other comments? Eliab, did you want to add something?
No.
Okay. Anybody else? What do you think? Let's go to the next section and see what the article says. Okay, well, let's go to Everton. Would you like to read this one?
Okay. Does it start in but not?
Yes,
all.
this one.
Okay. But not all its citizens, instead of the income tax burden, fell solely, I'm not sure, on couples who made over $4,000. In today's terms, around $88. If you made less, you paid nothing. And the more you made, the more you paid.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. You can read the next one if you'd like.
Okay. For the next 60 years, Americans lived under a primitive tax structure, and while elites were not overjoyed to pay higher taxes than other Americans, and some sought ways to avoid them.
Oh, I think he had some connection. Oh, here he comes. He's back in. Are you there, Everton? Maybe. Okay, let me just finish this last one. It says, and some sought ways to avoid them. Most understood their tax burden as their civic duty. And this is exactly what Hamdi and Vincenzo were talking about, a progressive tax structure. So depending on your income level, that would change the amount of taxes or the percent that you have to pay. Okay, very good. Does anybody else have a comment about the progressive tax structure, or when you are making a lot more money, you pay a higher tax rate? What do you think? Do you think this is fair?
Yes, I think that this is fair because rich people have more access to public services, and it's just as said at the end of the paragraph, their civic duty. And but the problem worldwide is rich people who sought ways to avoid them. Then the public budget is not enough to cover all the expenses.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Other comments? Anybody else want to add anything?
No.
Okay, let's go to the next section. Hamdi, would you read us? You can read us too if you like.
Yeah, what should I start? Franklin?
Right, Franklin.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt argued that taxes shall be levied according to ability to pay. That is the only American principle. Supreme Court Justice and Boston Brahmin? Boston Brahmin? Yeah. Oliver Wendell Holmes was known to enjoy his taxes.
Okay, very good. You can continue if you'd like. It's up to you.
Yeah. According to Frankfurter's book, Mr. Justice Holmes and the Supreme Court. Justice Holmes told a young law clerk who complained about paying them, "I like to pay taxes. With them, I buy civilization."
Okay, very good. I know you had a lot of names in there, so sometimes the names can be hard to pronounce.
My bad luck.
But that's good. You did a good job. And some of those, I'm not sure how they're pronounced either. So you did well. Okay, so any questions? Any vocab questions? Okay, everything's okay maybe?
Can I ask the meaning of the word levied?
Yeah, it says taxes shall be levied according to ability to pay. So this is the same idea as the progressive tax structure. So taxes are changing according to your ability to pay. To levy or to change. Okay, and let's look at the last sentence here. I like to pay taxes. With them, I buy civilization. What do you
What does
think
it mean?
about
Yeah.
that? What does it mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, who can explain this sentence? What did Holmes mean by this when he said he likes to pay taxes, with them I buy civilization?
I think that's what we talked about. Public services contribute to enhance the education, health, and everything, maybe scientific research, and everything. So it's with the taxes, money gained by taxes, that the government can provide financial support to this important fields to develop the society. I think that the judge really understand what taxes were created for.
Yeah, I think it's a very powerful sentence when you understand what he means by it. So it says that all the taxes that he pays are not just to support the government and make sure that the government is wealthy, but that the government should use these funds to make the country a more civilized area. So they provide services, they provide schools, things like this, access to water.
Yeah,
So,
and pay employees, etc.
right, exactly. So with taxes, you buy civilization. Okay.
And you ensure a better future for the next generations.
Yeah. So with that in mind, what do you think about this?
Actually, it's not really how it works.
Right. Maybe this is the ideal situation. You think?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, so maybe this is the
Sorry,
ideal
I'm not
situation.
hear you. I can't hear you.
Can everybody else
It's okay.
hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Yes,
Okay.
it is. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, those of you who maybe didn't understand
Yes,
the
it is
phrase
the ideal
before,
situation.
Right. What do you think about this line that the judge said, the justice said? Anybody want to give your opinion? What do you think about paying for civilization when you pay your taxes?
Actually, when we pay our taxes, we are paying for politicians' wage.
Yeah, so it could be.
That's what's happening right now.
Yeah, where are you from, Vincenzo?
I'm Italian.
So you think that this is the ideal situation, but it's not happening in Italy right now.
It's not happening in Italy right now. It doesn't suit to the Italian culture. We suffer for taxes.
Right.
We never enjoy, and we never like paying taxes.
Right, and I think it'll be hard to find anybody around the world who would say that they like paying taxes, because maybe it's not just Italy, but it's everywhere where this is a problem.
All over the world.
Yeah, so anybody else want to comment? Do you think that this is a good ideology?
It depends how much corruption you have.
Okay, what about in your country, Hamdi?
Yeah, we have two eras now. The first stage before revolution, next stage, the other stage, and after revolution. Before revolution, it was totally corrupted, and the corruption in all parts of the country. And I agree with my friend. We were paying the taxes for politicians and for corrupted people. But after revolution, the image is totally changed. Now we have a democratic system. We're trying to build up our country, and I think everything is under control now and well observed by many different people, many different constitutions.
Okay, great. So things have greatly improved since the revolution. So does that mean you like paying taxes, Hamdi?
Yeah, if I feel these taxes will go in the right way and to to give me good services and the others, I'll be happy to pay taxes. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, very good. And we have time for one more comment. Would anybody like to add a final comment? Anybody? Maybe we'll go to the new student. Carlos, how are you?
Hello, I've just arrived, so sorry, but I can't add something about this because I don't know which sentence we are talking about.
Oh, no problem. Where are you from, Carlos?
I'm from Spain.
Okay, very good, very good. I'm not sure if we have somebody else from Spain. Maybe we'll ask, let's go to Adolfo. How are you? Are you still there?
I think not.
Maybe he's not there.
Maybe he's not there.
Okay, well, that's fine. We'll stop there because we're out of time. But thank you, everybody, for telling us a little bit about the taxes in your country. And maybe if taxes should be a pleasure to pay or not, hopefully we can use those taxes in beneficial ways so that we are paying for civilization instead of the politicians. Okay, so
I agree with you.
Yes,
Okay,
thank
everyone
you,
for
Audrey.
listening. Take
Thank you
care.
very
Have
much.
a wonderful day. Bye bye.
You too.
It was
Thank
a
you.
nice topic.